USC. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And our home team. First carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. Green, Detroit.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the penalty, it's Elliott. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look, 6 DBs. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They run again with Foreman. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Watson on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And now running right through him. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney, the outside linebacker, drops him for a loss of 6. This offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But what about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 50, it's Watson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Let's go!
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On 2nd down, Elliott. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll go with a keeper. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a three-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Let's go.
Coleman now. And he's got some space here. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On 4th down, Watson out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Watson off play action. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back with more after this. A give to Elliott. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Carry now for Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. He'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Watson trying to get his guys moving. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now back out comes the offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. They begin the drive with Coleman. Dances by him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. first and 10. Watson. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Daquan Jones coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. On second down, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19.
Here we go. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way. Back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. To Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Texans scoop it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he will have a touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this has been...
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jayon Brown from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. To throw on second is Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex Ohio! 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 Here we go! Flex round! 38! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Taco Charlton. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Off of play action, it's Watson. Going underneath, it's Coleman. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
On third down, it's Coleman, and they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Coleman. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll try the air now with Watson. Flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Now Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. This is Coleman. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Here's Coleman. He's to the 10 and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. 2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Watson. Forced out to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big one there, as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 19. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Texans on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Watson now to throw. He finds Coleman. And now running right through it. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing now. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. 1st and goal here from the 9. Watson's going to throw it here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. C.J. Fedorowicz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. An excellent field position here as this drive will start on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week.